Hello, this is my design, created by Simon Lycett. I've based this design on floral foam, which I have soaked in flower food and water. Rather than using roses as he has in his design, I'm using chrysanthemums and gyp going all the way around. The oasis itself is set on a vase and taped on. So the design itself I've created like being inspired really for like a design for a wedding or a table design. The price of the design would retail at £50. So this is the start of my design. I'm using 3 different chrysanthemums and a gyp. Just bob the gyp here and there. Okay, so I'm going to start continuing going round the orb, placing my chrysanthemums in. That stem's a bit long, so I'll just chop that down slightly. So I'm continuing going around the orb itself. Turn it round so that you can just see how I've started. Now I found that there's some little gaps here and there where I'm going to get some of the smaller chrysanths and fill in. So I'm going to continue going round. And my design itself, as you can see, is stable. So that's the actual balance. Now I'm going to focus on the visual balance with the coloured chrysanthemums and the gyp. Okay, so I'm creating the repetition by putting the yellow chrysanths and the green chrysanths about 2 centimetres apart, adding bits of gyp where there's little gaps, but later I'll probably fill in with some smaller chrysanthemums as well. This also creates rhythm. In my design, it was important for myself as a designer to bring a bit more colour in rather than have it all white as in Simon Lycett's design. I wanted to add a splash of colour to it by adding the yellow and the green chrysanthemums. So in this design I wanted the contrast in colour, but I've also got different textures as well with the gyp and the chrysanth, the soft and fluffy. Okay, so going on to the form, obviously there's totally 2 different shapes. My top for the flowers is the round and the tall stem of the vase. Okay, so my design is mostly created by positive space. I would say the negative space would be here. So in the negative space, the vase actually draws your eyes up to the actual design itself. Okay, so the line of the design is actually, I would say, created by the vase itself. But I suppose you could also look at it as the outline of the whole area. Okay, so to finish my design off, I'm using a poly ribbon, tying it as tightly as possible. And then scoring it, just chopping a bit off. I'm just scoring it with the scissors to get a little twirly effect. Oh. So here I've created a harmonious dominant design. As for the proportion of the design, I have created it using all the different croissants. So the scale of my design, I would say, would suit maybe a hotel for a wedding centrepiece on a table. The only thing I would say about this design is you would not see it on sort of like in a restaurant for a table for two. It's more of a decorative design for a wedding. I also wouldn't recommend the design for sort of like a church venue because it would be too small really for the venue. Okay, so this is my finished design, my modern contemporary design inspired by Simon Lycett. Thank you.